Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on my fingerstyle arrangement of Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo. It's a beautiful little song. I've done a sort of fingerstyle melody arrangement. I've done a full playthrough, so if you want to hear what it sounds like, I'll leave a link in the description and put a card above. Go and have a listen to my cover. I'm going to teach you that today, but just before I do, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, press the notifications, leave me some comments in the comment section, and if you want to print the tabs off for this and you want to support me, then you can support me on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. Okay, the first line, little introduction, sounds like this. So to play that, we're going to do E1 and G2 at the same time, and then G2, G2, then G2, hammer onto G3, and then play B1. So the first bar. Bar 2, you're going to play the open A string with B2, then play B2, and then B2, then B2, hammer onto B3, then play the open E string, so bar 2. Into bar 3, and we're going to play A1 and B3 at the same time. Then B3, another 3 times. So that bar's pretty straightforward. And then bar 4, play A1 and E1. I'm just barring my first finger. So A1 and E1 nearest to the floor, and then B2, B1, then G3, so bar 4. So the whole of the first line. On to the next line, and we've got the verse. It sounds like this. So for that, we're hitting like an F chord, first finger barred on the first fret, second finger on G2, little finger on the D3, all at the same time. If you struggle to do that, just play the E1 nearest to your face and B1 at the same time. And then B1 for the rest of the bar, go. Then the next bar, we're going to do an A chord, which is open A with D2, G2 and B2. And then play B2 for the rest of the bar. So the first 2 bars go. And then we're going to play A1 with B3 and G3. And then 3 G3s, open G, and then G2. See it? Then A1 twice. Then 2 B3s at the end of the bar, so bar 7 go. Then bar 8, A1 and B3 at the same time again, and then G3 to G2, then open G to D3, and then I'll just put 2 A1s on the end of there. So it goes. Okay, so the whole of that line. On to the next line, and the first 2 bars are the same as the previous line. You've just got one extra B2 in like bar 10, so you got. Then the next bar's the same. But the 4th bar is slightly different. So bar 12 goes A1 and B3, G3 3 times, then open G, G2, D3, so it's then A1, a little slide from E3 to E5, then E3, then B6. So the whole of the line goes. On to the next line, and we've got the bridge, and it sounds like this. So for that, E3 with G3 and B3 at the same time, then E5 near to the floor 3 times, then 2 quick together, then E3, B6, so bar 13. Then bar 14, which is A7 with D5 and G5, then E5 twice, E6, E5, B8, B6, so bar 14. Bar 15, so A8 with D7 and G5 at the same time, then then E3 3 times, then E3 to B8 and B6, so bar 15. And then bar 16 goes, which is an A chord, then E5, E5, E5 slide up to E6, then E5, E5, E3, and then B6. So the whole of that line goes. On to the next line, and we've got this. So for that, E6 with D8 and G7, then B10 3 times, then 2 more B10s, B8 and then B6, so bar 17. Then goes to minor in the next bar, E6 with D8 and G6. So I'm just borrowing my first finger. 2 B10s, E6, B10, B8, B6. So bar 18. Then bar 19 goes, which is A8, I'm borrowing my first finger, playing G10, B10, and the E8 nearest the floor. Then 3 E8s, and then 3 more E8s. So. And then bar 20, we've got, so we've got the open A string with E9, G9 and B10, so it's like a D-shaped chord. And then E9, 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 E10, and then E12 pulling off to E10. So the whole of that line goes. And then on to the next line, we've got. So for that, E10, then B8 pulling off to B6, E9, B8 pulling off to E6 again. So, and then bar 22, which is B6, hammer on to B8, and then hit B8. Then another B8, 2 B6s, and then a little hammer on. From real quick one from B8, hammering on to B10, then B8, and then B6, sliding off. And then the next bar, we've just got 7 hits on E1. So that line goes. On to the next line, and it's the verse, same as the first verse, this line, so we've done that already. So just bar 27, it's just a slight rhythm change, but it's the same notes. So that should make sense. The next line is slightly different, so it starts the same. Then bar 29 is different from the first verse. Play the A string and E5, and it's just going on the E string, 5, 3, 1, 3, and it does that 4 times. So if that makes sense. So 5, 3, 1, 3, 4 times on the E string, and you play an A string. And then bar 30 goes, which is A1 and E3, then 3 E6s, E5, E3, E3, and then there's G2 on the end of that bar. So and then bar 31 goes, which is just A1 and G3, G2, open G string 3 times, D3, and then E5, E3, and then B6. Let me just play the whole line for you. Here we go. And then we get the next line, which is the bridge, same as the bridge before. The next line is also the bridge. Again, it's the same as what we had before. And then the last line is the same as another line we had earlier on, just goes. And that's the whole arrangement. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that little guitar arrangement of Vampire. It's quite a lot to get through, so you might want to print that off. I'll put it on my Patreon page, so you can print it off from there. If you have enjoyed it, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, give me a like on the video. I do love to hear from you, so please leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know where in the world you're from, what you thought of the arrangement. Let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print it off, like I say, you can print it off my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I do appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you later.